Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. All right, good job. Dun 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 dun. All right, so I am starting an entire. Let's see here. No, that's the wrong one. Live. Rimworld beginners and returning play. Okay, yes, that's what I want. It started 26 seconds ago. Let's see if we can pull it up. I think I gotta wait for this to come in. All right, it's not testing only. Why does it want me to play next? What is all this garbage? I don't want none of this. It says get premium. I don't want premium, bro. I don't need premium. Alright. So this one is working. Oh. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so it looks like my YouTube is running up and running. Thank goodness, man. I've been beating myself over the head trying to figure out how to do this because I had to reset OBS. Anyways, so if you're watching this and you're not on the live stream and you're watching it in the future, hello and welcome. I'm initializing and pulling up Rimworld. I'm going to try to give some beginner tips and returning player tips for playing Rimworld. There's a lot of people that, played Rimworld kind of casually back in the day, and then they stop playing for a little bit. You play other games, you forget what you're doing. It happens. And now there's DLC, there's new DLC out, Odyssey. So a lot of people have been returning. So on this video, if Rimworld would ever kick on, I don't know what's taking so long. If you are a returning player, a beginner player, or you're just somebody who hasn't played in a while and maybe you forgot some stuff, this will be perfect for you, okay? So I'm just literally waiting on Rimworld to work because sometimes when I'm running OBS, it takes ages to load. I don't know why. My computer's not slow at all. But yeah, it seems to do that. There we go. Finally. Yay. Alright, so yeah, I'm running this on live right now. Actually, I need to go ahead and send, let's see here. I need to find, how in the world do I even, okay, let's see here. No, I don't want the chat filters. I don't want that. Okay, it would be, I'm looking for a setting. I'm sorry, guys. Not now. Alright, how in the world do I find this? Alright, I know the game kicked on. Just give me a second. All right, I'm going to pause this. I want to share. Copy. Okay, I'm going to send this to my daughter. Find my new live up. I don't know if my daughter will join in. Okay, so it's titled, I don't remember the name of the title. Something like Beginner Tips, Returning Players should be live on. The spell checker always changes the word live to love every time. Should be live on YouTube. Here's another video. to my account because I'm too lazy to figure out how in the world to send the share or whatnot. Okay, so to the new one. Okay, so all right, we're getting ready to jump in. So, all right, my name's Aerovox. That's my gamer tag. I am a gamer. I love Rimworld. How many hours do I even have on Steam with Rimworld? I don't even know. Yeah, I have no life. Almost 9,000 hours. Okay, so yeah, almost 9,000 hours. Okay, so this is beginning players tutorial on some tips. Primarily, we're going to go over how to remove some of the debuffs that you get at the beginning of the game and setting up a table, setting up food, and how to do that properly. And I'm going to give you a bunch of tips in this. Take out your notebook, okay? Okay, so number one, I'm not going to start off with Lost Tribe or Naked Brutality on this, Naked and Afraid, for one particular reason. That's because I want to deal with a nutrient paste dispenser in this. So we're going to go with Crash Landed. All right, and I'm going to put it on the hardest settings, which you go to Customs, turn up the threat level to 500, and this is because you don't. This is because you don't want peace. You love pain. You want to die in the most horrible ways. Losing is fun, and we're setting it on threat level 500. You cannot get harder than that. And, well, you can. Actually, these two are worse than Randy, but they're mods. Okay, so I got it on Randy. Losing is fun, set on 500% threat, which means everything that comes at me is going to be 500 times worse. You don't need to do this, but I always have these two on crowded. And then I slightly turn up the rainfall, and then I just click the randomize a couple times, and then we go. I don't care about the pawns, the setting up of the pawns, so I'm not going to use the mod prepare carefully. I'm literally just going to grab some pawns and jump into the game, but I do want to make sure that nobody is unable to hunt or do violence, and we cannot have any. We can't have anybody that's got traits that are detrimental to the group. And that's for the purpose of trying to do like 4 or 5 days on Rimworld really quick, just to give you some tips. I don't want anybody setting fires and like going crazy. So, get your notepads out. I'm going to go over a ton of tips, okay, guys? And this is for returning players who may have forgotten some things, or for beginning players. Okay, so number one, for the purposes of this game, ignore all the symbols. I got some Star Wars mods in here. I don't care. I don't even care where I go. I mean, this is just for people to understand how to play. I don't want to hit the jungle because I don't want to get the plague on within the 5th hour. I don't want to do grasslands. Grasslands is a little much. Okay, so generally, a pro player will try to find a place with granite, and if you're really good, you're going limestone granite. Okay, so I'm just telling you, limestone granite is or marble granite too. Yeah, limestone and marble. Was there another one? Granite, slate, marble, granite. Here we go. All right, so pro players will either do granite, marble, or granite limestone. Just letting you know. I'm going to create a custom fluid ideology for a reason for this. We'll go steampunk. These are mods if my computer doesn't look the same as yours and you're already lost. Okay, it's just because, and we'll go transhumanist. It's because I got other mods. I don't care about any of this, but I want to tell you there are some memes that you can get where when you go down here to find nutrient paste, they don't mind it. That's the purpose of this, okay? I want to jump in here. I don't care about the other stuff. We're just jumping in. Normally, I am forever setting this up. Okay. So he's okay. He's okay. And that person, they're a little heavyweight, but, you know, whatever. Okay. So, I don't like that they can't do... Let's find somebody. Okay, there's a shooter. Delicate. All right, for the... I don't want an older. I want somebody with melee, but not somebody 95 years old or 65. I'm sorry. She's 20. She's not crazy. Okay, let's jump in. All right. But just so you know, the professionals will spend forever at the beginning of this that I already skipped through, setting it up, knowing the traits and tributes and whatnot that you want, the passions. You can get a mod called Prepare Carefully, and that mod allows you to tweak and change literally everything about the pawns that you start off with, including adding pods or deleting them. Alright, so we have landed. And the first thing I want you to do, this is something that I tell everybody, alright, is pause the damn game. Let them land and then pause the game. First thing you need to know, tip number 1, comma and period will switch between your people back and forth. I'm hitting comma and period. So comma and period switches. This comes in handy because tip number 2 is to change everybody from fleeing to attack. So we switch, attack, switch, attack. Now you're going to keep your finger ready to hit the period button again, because now the next tip, we're going to go into health, turn everybody to herbal treatment. Now if you're from the UK or Australia, you say herbal, but everybody else in the rest of the world says herbal, okay? So I'm not mispronouncing it. So we hit the period to switch, herbal, it's all herbal. Once you got everybody down with herbal and attack, click the medicine again and go down here and change defaults. See where it says colonist? Change it to medical. What this does is every new colonist automatically comes in only with the herbal treatment. Yes, my shirt says community standards violator. Facebook hates me and removed me and lies and says that, you know, I post something and they're like, oh, that's racist. Yeah, I swear, you can literally go on social media and say, that's a nice white duck. Here's a white duck. Or that's a nice black duck. Oh, you racist band. I mean, like, the fascism on social media is disgusting. But anyways, that's a whole other story. So the next thing you want to do, after you've changed their health to using herbal medicine and change them from fleeing to aggressive, is we got to arm them, okay? One of them I had set for melee. So, okay, so she's shooting. Who's the best shooter? Alright, I'm going to give you that one. Actually, no, you're better. Where's my rifle? Where is my rifle? Oh, here it is. Okay, you're going to equip that rifle. This person will equip melee, and then this lady will equip the pistol, and now they are armed. So now we got a good beginning strategy. At this point, if anything comes in attacks, my guys will automatically attack back, and they're armed. Yay! The next thing you want to do, okay, another tip, go to orders, you go to allow, or you can hold down the U button, zoom all the way out, and you are going to stretch this, and what this does is when you click allow, it now is allowing every item to be picked up, used, hauled, or whatever by your peoples, okay? So this is a major tip. Do this, and notice I'm still on pause. The next thing you want to do is click toggle visibility. By doing this, I know where not to build something, okay, technically. Keep that on for the rest of the game. And then you go over and click the hammer. Keep that on for the rest of the game. The hammer basically makes it so that if you create something and it's destroyed for any reason, they rebuild it. Okay? These are force crystals if you're interested. It's a Star Wars mod. You're going to hear Star Wars sounds when I unpause it. So anyway, okay. So now, our guys and stuff is around here. If I'm going to play Anomaly, I want to find the monolith, okay? And I want to have my base near the monolith. Where's the monolith? I don't even see it. Oh, and for anybody that's wondering, because I gotta think about all the possible questions that people are asking while watching this. If you're wondering how I can zoom out so far and zoom super in close, that's because I'm using a mod. It's Camera++, or I think the new one's just Camera+. All right. So, anyways, there's a couple of things you might want to do. You might want to double click all the steam geysers, and that highlights them. And then you zoom in a little bit, and look, you can see steam geysers. So you go to orders, go to plan, mark up a spot. You know not to build there, but what it's doing is it's telling you, hey, there's a steam geyser there. There's a steam geyser there. Steam geyser there, and you're gonna see why I did this here in just a minute. Okay. Here's a steam geyser. So I'm marking steam geysers on the map. Is that a steam geyser? It is. Bum 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 bum. All right. Now, if I wanted to make a base where I'm using steam, I can see there's one here, one here, one here, just by the outlines. Okay. So a good base, if I'm going to go with steam powered, kind of early, as soon as I get it, in this area. You'll also notice the tree is right here. If I have nature people, be a good spot. By doing the planning like this, what you're doing is you're pointing it out on the map. You can find things easier. I don't see the monolith though. Where's the anomaly monolith? I'm not going to play anomaly on this. I'm just saying. So you'd point that out too. You'd find the monolith and then you'd highlight it, and then that way you know where it is. Okay, so now we go to base building. Plan before you do any damn thing. Now, I have mods that allow me to go into floor and pick tilled soil, and I could literally till bad soil and make it into good soil, but you may not have that mod. So, if you don't have that mod, you would flip on over here, toggle fertility overlay will now show where the best spots to make a farm is. For the sake and argument that you're a beginner, we're going to do that. This would be a good place because look, it's surrounded here and here. So I would probably want to put a base in here. Now, my main base, I'm going to put it right here. And I'm not going to plan it out right now, but what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to plan out a temporary shelter. Say it with me, class. Temporary shelter. You need a temporary shelter built fast. If you've already planned out your base, and you know later on it's going to be granite, then you can put it within there or whatever. The purpose of this is just to make a quick barracks that's indoors that I can put a bed in and a table and give some joy to my sappy, sad friends. Right now it's chilly and sick. You're going to see the debuffs go way up. So you want to plan. It's still on pause. Go to zone. Here's another tip. Drop your hauling where you're going to haul stuff, open up the storage, and find apparel, click it, and turn off tainted. You do not want tainted gear in your crap, okay, unless you're doing some weird run where you always got tainted gear. Everything will now go in here except for tainted gear. If I magically speed it up, you will now see my people hauling stuff because I've allowed it. And I've allowed all the items, and then I placed a spot for them to drag and drop and haul everything. I'm trying to talk fast so that people learn. So the next thing, I don't want to overwhelm them. They're still hauling, okay? They're going to continue to haul all that stuff until they get it everywhere. You'll notice there's trees where I'm going to plant. And you'll notice I have an outline for a building. I want wood for my temporary shelter. And instead of just like highlighting, trees somewhere, if I'm going to go ahead and farm here, why not do it? This way you're killing two birds with one stone. I'm going to go to growing zone. If you're new, it's in zones. So you go over to zone, growing zone, and I'm going to actually purposely put it over some trees. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7. 8. Okay, there's at least 8 trees there. Always do rice first, unless for some reason you're doing a playthrough where you only eat corn or potatoes, whatever. Keep in mind this is on the hardest settings. If I can do this in the first couple of days of Rimworld and get a operational good start, you can too. And again, I'm trying to talk fast so that people learn. So, oh yeah, another thing. Another tip, get ready. We're going to open up bio. We're going to look at everybody's passions. Assign 3 or less jobs to anybody with a passion. Okay, this person likes to hunt. I'm going to put H for hunt. That's just, I know it stands for hunt. I'm going to put SOC in the title here for social. I know this person likes social stuff, and then study. What this does when I'm done is it puts their passions here where I can just go over them. See, this guy doesn't have it. This girl doesn't have it, but the one that I filled out does. Also, well, I'll show you here in a minute. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So this guy has a passion in mining is important. Art's not that important. I'll put actually, instead of putting doctor there, what I like to do is go to nickname, put in doctor, and then their name is now Dr. Otter. And then what that does is that tells me this guy really likes doctoring. So go to assign, and anybody with the doctor status, make them carry the herbal medicine. We'll go to 2, and they will always carry 2 on them. Another thing you can do is hold down shift, point at the herbal thing, and then hold down the right keyboard mouse and then go up and down. And it switches all of them to herbal medicine. A lot of people don't know that. Okay, you hold down shift and then hold down the, or no, I'm sorry, it'd be the left mouse button. I'm sorry. So now I can go into work, and nobody likes plants. But see, I can see here this person likes to hunt. I will set them up with hunting. Although they do have a knife. Oh no, they don't have a knife. This person likes to mine and do social stuff. So this person is a... Did I even set... I didn't set this person up yet. Oops. And they don't have gardening. Alright, they have animals, so I'll put pet. I'm going to go ahead and put plant for her, even though she does not have it. I need another person. He's got a 1 in plants. Let's go ahead and make him plant too. Okay, so now I'm going to go to work again. And the 2 people with plant, I can see them right here. So I can just go over here and clicky, clicky, clicky. Okay, so now I got 2 people that are growing. Let's turn off the fertile overlay. And now we're killing 2 birds, 1 stone. Number 1, they are preparing the farming rice area, and they're cutting down the trees. Alright, so, and I'm going to need the logs for building. I would always build beds first and just put them beside each other and do an extra bed for medical. So I'll make this into a medical bed. These are the regular beds. We're going to go to structure, make sure it's wood. Remember, this is a temporary setup, guys. Don't throw a fit screaming, it's ugly, it's this, it's that, it's made of wood, it'll burn. This is temporary, okay? So you would build this, and then you plan out your base. So let's go ahead and do that as if I'm really playing, okay? So I like using a very unique thing that I've never seen anybody in all of Rimworld do, and that is build the Stargate monolith. And I know it's 13 lines by 9 by 13 again, followed by 9. And then going out 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 from the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is not a typical design of a base, okay? This is very abnormal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you're going to connect on the 7 lines. And ta-da! Okay, so I like the Odyssey, so when later on, if I was playing this game for real, when I get the ship parts, I would literally make a flying pyramid or monolith or ziggurat, whatever you want to call it. I would also put my storage stuff here, my freezer unit here, my dining area up here. I usually do research in this area, and then I wall it off with wooden walls, and then put a prison on this side, and then all my crafting is over here, and then of course you can extend it. But the point is, this is like, that's going to be my future base, okay? Let's go ahead and turn this into medical. We still got a lot of people working. Oh yeah, how many people can construct? Well, that's not good. Well, actually, it is. I'm going to leave it the way it is, because The only person that can construct is also the only person that cannot do the farming. And here we go with the Star Wars stuff, because I got Star Wars mods in here, so the warnings are going to sound like an alert from a starship. Somebody needs to still build that. I think it was you. Build that, come on. So, okay, so people get debuffs. See all these debuffs? Slept on ground, slept on the cold, slept outside. Those three we're going to remove by the time this is done, which should be very soon. We're late into the... It's 9 p.m. the first night. It looks funny because there's a blood moon. That's from a mod. So I'm going to remove all of these three things here really soon once I'm done with the building. And it does count as sleeping outside if they're in a bed and they're still outside. So this has to be all indoors, and it will be here soon. Okay, so we're going to fast forward. Generally, do not play on 3-speed. It will get you killed later on. I always play on 2 or 1, and I'm jumping back and forth. Excuse me, but on the... So you can hit the keypad 1, 2, 3, and it'll slow down the time, or the space bar to pause. If you didn't know that, that's kind of a tip, but most people knew that. Alright, we got to get that rice. We got to get that rice going, man. And it's so funny, even the other person who should be planting will not plant until that tree's gone. It's just the way Rimworld is. I don't know. Cougar hunting Elliot. Well, well, well. Don't do that. Alright. Because they're hunting my friend, I need to get everybody combat ready. Come on. You always got to be aware. Alright, you are going to go in for the melee kill, and then you sit here. Now, while they're already attacking, I can click them on, take them off of draft. And the reason you do that is so that they go back and they immediately start healing themselves. We're going to need another bed, I think. Because she got whacked and then he got whacked. So a quick fix to that is the doctor, I'm going to tell self tend. I had to click him. And then he's going to go over here and self-tend her. And this is going to slow me down a little bit because they're both hurt. And they're going to be a little slower with their manipulation. But again, I'm on the hardest setting. Alright, they're going to cut down all these trees. This is still not gone. Alright, you can get up even though you are taken care of. And you're going to cut that tree down. You're probably going to be slow as molasses. You are. Oh, my Lanta. So if you go to health, oh, she's slow because she's slow, not because she's hurt. Okay, this is now indoors. Or no, it's not yet. It's almost indoors. Now it's indoors. So these buffs will go away. They're going to stay up there for a little bit. 1, 2, and 3. You get -4 sleeping outside. Minus, oh, it's sleeping alone. He must have a lover. Slept in the cold is -4. The other one has already gone away, and that's not sleeping in a bed. Who is your lover? Okay, it's her. So let's go ahead. Furniture, double bed, whatever. We'll do that. Okay, that'll free up some of these beds. So that actually means that. Okay, wait a minute. So we'll make this into a medical bed and this into a medical bed. And then that way, yeah, that way we're making more room. So, because this is now indoors, everything is going to stop disintegrating. My components are going to stop disintegrating. The animals also, well, other than this dog. Actually, I don't want that dog. I can't kill it. It's bonded. Alright, so if you got a bonded animal that can haul, teach it to haul first. That's a pro tip. You'd be surprised how many people don't do that. Or they do the dumbest thing they could. They just start selecting everything. And the problem with selecting everything is that your pawns have to do the first things and then they get there. Whereas if I just select haul, they will only work on hauling, and later on the dog will learn to haul. Alright, I'm on speed 3. Did we get rid of that stupid thing? We did. Alright, another thing. Early game. I highly recommend clicking manual priorities. It's in work. If you don't know where I'm pointing at, go to work. And then if this is got an X in it, then they're going to do automatic things. If you do a check, they will go according to priority. So first of all, I want my priority on doctoring way up, bed resting way up, usually wardening, handling. There's no babies, but I would have it on there if it was there. Sometimes firefighting, but not always. So I'm going to set growing to 1, and this person, let's do construction as 1, and then crafting as 2. So they will do their priorities based on that. Oh, I need to set up schedule too. My bad. Alright, so one of the best schedules in the game is what I'm about to show you. So open up the schedule, remove the 4th and 5th hour of you sleeping at 4 and 5 a.m. and remove the other ones at 22 and 2300. You're going to go to put recreation in 2 slots. Okay, and then you want recreation at 18. And then you're going to go to sleep and you're going to make 4 slots from 14 to 17. Click this copy, and then over here's the paste. Voila. Now what you've done is you have one of the best schedules in all of Rimworld. Your pawns actually get a benefit for doing recreation twice in a day where there's also a pause. In other words, here's the recreation, here's the pause. Okay, and then the recreation. Within a 24-hour time, you get more of a buff, you get more recreation. Alright, we got to cut down this tree, man. I didn't even see that little tiny tree there. Alright, so they've got to get that rice going. We're already on the second... Yeah, it's the second day, isn't it? There should be a thing that tells you how many days you've survived. Yeah, okay, days past... There it is, okay. Second... So yeah, this is the second day. It's literally midnight. Coming up on the 3rd day. Okay, so on the second day, I have an enclosure. I have beds. Actually, let's get you... Where's it? It was Elliot. You got to change that name. I don't know why they name females male names. Elliot... Or Eddie. I mean, come on, man. Valerie, that's fine. That bugs the hell out of me. Alright, so Valerie is now set to stay in the bed with Dr. Otter. And so we're literally coming into the wee hours of the 3rd day. I don't think it counts it as the 3rd day, does it? It still doesn't. Not until probably 6 a.m. maybe. It still says 2 days, so I'm technically on the 2nd day. I've got a field of rice going, being planted. I got indoors of barracks. Their debuffs, yeah, their debuffs are greatly removed. And the next debuff is the most famous debuff. The stupid 8 without a table. Because you and I know that if you're stranded on an island, the first thing you damn well need is a table. Never mind food and everything else. You need a table. Because people just go crazy over not eating on a table. I got cargo pods. What? I have never seen gravelite panels drop from a cargo. What? Did I just make Rimworld history on this tips for beginners thing? I have never seen that. 119 just dropped. Dude, if that's not fruit from God, I don't know what is. I mean, that is crazy. That is the best thing that I could possibly get if I was playing a regular game, but I'm going to delete all these people later. They have a life expectancy of a couple more days because we're just literally doing this for beginners and returning players who've forgotten some stuff. So anyways, back to the debuffs. Alright, the majority of their debuffs are going to be gone, and slipped in the code. Well, we can fix that. It's not that cold in there, though. Alright, so let's go ahead and make a table, and yes, I'm going to put the table in there. I'm jamming everything in there right now. I know it doesn't look good, but right now, you're focusing on survival and getting rid of some of these debuffs. Okay, so we got a table, and we got chairs. We got a rice field going. Oh, killed the kitty cat. Alright, so let's go ahead. I don't want to do it up there. Let's make a zone. I don't want to do it there. Let's do it here because I'm going to make the... Yeah, let's do it here. Alright, so I'm going to make a zone, and this is for fresh kills. I'm going to name it Fresh Kills. If you are a cannibal, then yes, put the dead people in there. Alright, so we're going to clear all. We want to turn off rotten. It needs to only be on fresh, okay? Well, not only fresh. These other things are other stuff. Turn off rotten. I don't want any rotten anything in there. I'm going to bump up the priority to preferred. And I'm not a cannibal, so we're going to be going to corpses and doing animals. I guess you could put entities in there. I'm going to copy this. This is a big tip, guys, so pay attention. I'm going to make another zone. I don't know, way up here. That's probably too big. I'm going to paste it so it's got the same settings. And then I'm going to run up and switch to rotten. So now I'm going to name this Rotten Animals. So every fresh kill goes here, and every rotten animal, the bones and stuff, goes up there. You'd also set up a thing for dead bodies like that, but so I might as well do it since this is a tips and tricks. So we're going to go to zone. Dead bodies need to be kind of far away. So there we go. We got a zone. We're going to clear. I'm going to put it on important, not critical, and there's a reason why, and I'll explain it here in a minute. Rotten and fresh, because I'm not a cannibal. You wouldn't do this if you are a cannibal, okay? We're going to go to human-like corpses. We're going to turn off colonist. Everybody else goes in here. So any dead humans, they go in there. Okay? And then let's go ahead and make a another zone. This is for tainted gear. I'm going to turn it to critical. We're going to clear all. We want to go up here and find the beginning of apparels. Oh, my Lanta. Come on now. Get up here. Alright, I'm going to turn on all apparels. So everything is selected. But then I'm going to go down here and turn off clean apparel. What this does, because it's set on critical, it will only take tainted gear. So we're going to rename this tainted gear. And the reason we put all the tainted gear up there is so it can decay, or we can firebomb it, set fires and stuff, and get rid of it. If you're worried about your base, your raid count, and your base wealth and stuff like that, that's why we would do that. Okay, so they're still not done there. I still have some food left. I got 19 meals left. So now I'm going to go up here where my base would be. And let's get into production. Butchering table. The butchering table needs to be something early on when you're preparing meals. Okay, now I still got meals to eat. If I had no meals, butchering table would be one of the first things that I do put down. So you can see we're still on the third night. Yeah, we're on the third day. I have almost a full thing of rice fields. They're still growing them. I have a place to sleep in safety, a place for doctoring, a place for my stuff to be stored. I now have a table and a chair, just for giggles. Let's put in a wall torch here and here. I don't care about this. I mean, let's go ahead and do that and that. I don't care about this place because I am going to completely disassemble all of this later on. But like I said, it's a temporary shelter. Later, it can be like a party house or something. I don't know. I could turn it into a prison if I wanted to. Okay, so this is a problem right here. This is where sometimes if you have the zone near a door, stuff will fall out of it. So let's go ahead and shrink slightly. And that shouldn't happen again once they do pick it up and move it. Okay, I want you to haul that. Oh, can't haul. Okay, haul that. You don't want animals coming in here. They will eat your survival meals. Now, my people are kind of happy. There's some light in there. They're socializing. I already have this set. I don't have meditate on here yet. You just use your discretion for that. Okay? It looks like she's about ready to eat that. That's funny. Alright. Did I make that? I did not make that yet. So, missing wood. Alright, so let's go ahead. Another pro tip is to come over here to your list of stuff, your raw resources, and open it up so that you can see your wood, your steel, things like that. Your components will be up in this top part, which is manufactured. I generally leave manufactured and the raw resources open during my entire gameplay so I can just glance, see it, and I know what's up there. And again, this is for beginners. I'm explaining, if you're just coming in, this is for beginners, and this is for returning players, okay? What do we want to name these people? How about the Hopeless? I'll just call them the Hopeless. And I do have this on the hardest settings. We're on 500% threat, losing is fun, and Randy. And I did that on purpose just so that the beginners can see, if I can do it, you can do it, basically. Unless Randy hits you up with a plague on hour 1 of being in the game that's going to kill you, and sends 15 manhunting or whatever, rabbits at you or something. I don't know. Oh, they're getting it on. Alright, you've got to be able to build this. Come on, I need to chop up that panther before it goes bad. Waste not, want not. It went bad. So now that it's rotten, I can tell my person to haul it, and they will haul it to the rotten animals. See? I'm going to drop it right off up here, and now I can just decay up there and be stinky up there. Away from me. Alright, so who can hunt? We're going to go to work. Open up hunting. Well, I guess you can hunt and you can hunt. All right. Now, get out your notebook. We're going to go over some stuff that people don't know. Okay, if you're a cannibal or not, it doesn't matter. You do not want anything else in the butcher creature. Maybe you could do entities. I wouldn't do anything else, entities and animals, and then put it on forever. But make another one for butchering creatures. This tab needs to be set on do X times. The reason why we're going to clear this. The reason why is you do not want them on forever with cutting up humans until you strip those humans. There's a process. Okay, there's a method to my madness. If you just have up here on forever, if you just put in humans and you're a cannibal, but my people are not a cannibal, you are going to run into problems. You're going to fill up your base with tainted gear everywhere. Okay? So just listen to me. Trust me on it. We're going to set this to do X times. Put it to 0 for right now. Go to human corpses. Turn it on and then turn off colonists. Now, what this will do is it will mean that if I have dead raiders, I can literally count the number of raiders that I have, and then I tell my person to run and strip them really quick while they're outside. Okay? So let's say, actually I have the dead people. I think it was, this is tainted gear. Where's my dead people? Was that my dead people? I thought I named it. I didn't, did I? Okay, so I screwed that up. Okay, so yes. Okay, so this will be, let's say, dead bodies. Okay, So if I had like 20 raiders, they'd be put over here. And then what I'd do is I'd tell one of my pawns to strip them, and they would, and then all the tainted gears over here, not in my base. Then I'd count how many raiders. Say I had 7. I'd go over here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They would chop them up, and then it would go back to 0, and you would have your human meat, but you would not have tainted gear all over the damn place. I can't tell you how many professional players don't do this, and it's crazy. All right, so anyways, back to the drama. People are just chilling. All right, I'm just going to flip through here. I'm hitting the period and the comma. Earlier I said period and comma changes back and forth. That's a pro tip. So we got awful barracks and disturbed sleep. I don't care about those. I just wanted to get rid of the 8 to table thing, get them indoors, have them somewhat comfortable. Believe it or not, these little flames do create heat, but it's not much. So outside it's 49 Fahrenheit, but inside it's 71. I don't know why it's just warmer in there. I mean, it does create a little bit of heat, but not that much. I don't know. So we got light and heat in there. They got a safe temperature. Now here is where we're getting close. Yeah, some of this is at 70%. This rice will grow quick. Now we need to go into preparing for the nutrient paste. Listen up, please, people. A lot of players, just because you're not professional and you're not playing on the hardest mode and whatnot, doesn't mean that you don't need to understand the nutrient paste dispenser. The nutrient paste dispenser is one of the best things in Rimworld, period. Even if they don't like it. It allows them to have some food that's made fast and cheap. So let's go ahead and install it. Go to production. We'll find the nutrient paste dispenser. I'm going to put it here because this is where my freezer unit usually is. This is why you plan stuff out also. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is we need to go ahead and get on Stoneworks. And I'm going to put mine right here. Alright, so I can see right here I got 109 wood, but that's only the wood in here. It doesn't count anything that's just left out. See, this doesn't change. Not until they move it. But I can still at least see that I got 800 silver, 97 wood, I got 30 components. Oh, Fallen Monolith. It finally appeared, and it's way over here. For just so that I know, let's go ahead and highlight that. And this is a mod that changes the color of it, but you can still do what I'm doing. So now I can see it a mile away, and I know where the monolith is. If I wanted to do anomaly, okay, I can't believe that those gravelite panels fell like that. That pisses me off. In every one of my gameplays where I'm going into space, I would have killed for that. And they just dropped. If you're jumping in now, I had a drop pod. Oh wait, I got a transport crash. My bad. Didn't see it. Are they dead? This is a high mate, and they usually cannot attack. And you got 3 hours. Okay, so what do you do if you have a injured person and you know that their hours that they're going to survive is kind of low, like 3 hours, and you don't think you can walk them back and tend them in time? Let me show you something. All right, go to your best medical person, put them on draft. You're going to right click and you're going to tell them to tend the person. They will run there and tend them on the spot. And again, I can't tell you how many professional Rimworld players that I have seen with more than 9,000 hours on Rimworld. I mean, I just showed you I have almost 9,000 hours, and they don't do this. They rescue them and then tend them at the bed. Well, you can't do that if they had an hour to live, you know. All right, so now I'm going to tell them to rescue. She's already tended before she goes to the base. I can easily save her if I wanted to. All right, so that is a tip. I'm just showing you guys. I need to make okay, I don't want to move these yet because they're indoors right now. So I'm gonna leave all this indoors. I know it's probably bugging people. Alright, so normally, oh my gosh, we got so much garbage up here. Normally, connecting to the base, I would normally put a wind turbine connecting to the base like this. Like, see how the edges are on the... It's not down here, you know. Normally, actually, wait a minute here. We could do one there when I destroy all that stuff. Then I could put one here. Normally, I would connect it to the base, and then I'd find the pattern where it needs cleared, and normally, this is where I would make more of a farm, the veggies and all that. Okay, get rid of that. We're going to just do that. Alright, this, I'll make that potatoes and this rice again. We're going to have a lot of rice here real soon. So, normally I would do this, and then what this does, this fills up the space by putting the crops there with the wind turbine. And again, I can't tell you how many pro players don't do this. Like, why? Why? So, like, if I didn't do it there, I've already got this field. I could have done it over here, and it just saves time and energy. See, I could have totally done this. See? Bam, could have done it, but I'm not going to do it right there. I think I need steel. I need a lot of steel for the next part of this. I'm gonna pause it and look around for steel. That's not steel. Steel. Do I really want to go all the way over there for steel? No. Why is there no steel on this damn map? Am I going to have to, like... Is that steel? No, it's marble. Oh, well, that's why there's no steel. It's all right here. Alright, I don't want everything mined, but I need some steel. So let's mine that. I think somebody can mine. Okay, I'm going to turn off their priorities. Was it the doctor that could mine? Yes, it was. No, I want you to mine until you're sick of looking at it. Okay, we are now doing our first harvest. We are on day 6. And remember, my guys were slow on doing the rice because like even on day 2, at the end of day 2, they still hadn't done all the rice because they were too slow chopping down the damn trees. So I was a little late on that. Alright, we have now officially ran out of meals. I can't hunt yet because I don't have the dispense, the nutrient dispense, listen to me, the nutrient paste dispenser. It's not built yet, so I need to go ahead and finish that up. So let's go ahead and we're going to do 4 hoppers. They need to be connected to the end of this. 2 are going to have meat, so we're going to clear all, make it critical, put in meat, and then we're going to select another one and link. We're going to do the same thing but with vegetables on this one. Make it critical, clear all, veggies, link. Okay, and then if you're curious, I don't need a refrigeration yet. I really don't. You can go a long time without rushing for refrigeration if you know what you're doing. Bro, you need to, like, speed this up. You can mine more. And you need to haul. She can't haul, right? Yeah, she can't haul. So you're going to haul twice. Alright, this is where speed 3 comes in handy. I think we're already on speed 3. These are just tips and tricks, okay, for returning players, for new beginners. I'm just trying to help you out and get started. Alright, here is the mechanoid thing. Do not take this right away. You're not prepared for it. I don't care who you are. You're not prepared for it as soon as you get it. It will increase your base wealth and increase the raids. So don't. You need to wait a while. It could be till you, like, generally I wait until I have a lot better technology. Alright, this lady just joined us, but she's still laying down. Got a peg leg. Alright, we're gonna... Oh yeah, now she cannot be put on aggressive fighting. That's the problem. Excuse me. That's the problem with high mates. Okay, but man, she's got a lot of passions, don't she? Alright, we got another constructor. We got a cooker. I want to add her as cook. I'll add art too. I mean, I generally will have... Now, here's the way I do it, okay? Now, you don't have to do this, but I'm telling you this is the best thing. When you have enough people doing stuff, which takes a while to when you feel fulfilled. Everybody's got a job. When you have enough people, I generally find somebody with a passion in art, and I make them only do art. Nothing else. Art and haul. That's it. So that when they're not doing art, I know they're hauling stuff. So, but she's good at other things. So we definitely want her on, I don't want her on handling. Cooking, constructing, and art. There we go. Alright, let's go back to speed 3. Again, if I can do this on the hardest settings, you can too. We are running low on food, but I have 72 rice over there. Now the question is, do I want to keep it? Do I want to go ahead and hunt just to get some extra food? I don't know, because if I can clear this out quick, I'll have another rice field. And I got more rice getting ready to pop up here real soon. Yeah, nah. We're planning ahead. We do need another bedroom, though. We need another bed. When she wakes up, she's going to need her own bed. Alright, so this thing is getting done. Oh, that's already finished. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Harvest the oak tree, I guess. That's a lot of damn potatoes. I didn't realize how big. I'm going to be eating potatoes forever. But it's okay. Alright, so the next part of this, I'm trying to get to the nutrient paste dispenser, but I might as well go over power. Let me tell you a secret about power. When you go over here to power, and this is a pro tip, people want to use power conduit because it's cheaper. But if you go to hidden conduit, it is stronger. It costs 2 steel. It takes a few seconds longer to build. But it also does something magical that the other regular power conduit does not ever do. And that is the hidden conduit never short circuits. Yes, you heard me right. Have you ever had your base just go zzz and then explode somewhere and, you know, now there's a fire and you're out of power? Well, that's because you have power conduits and they have a chance to always explode. And throughout the game, as you're repairing them, the same spot could actually blow up 20 times in a game that is going beyond a year in Rimworld. So instead, always use hidden conduits. Always. The reason why is you do not want them to overheat and explode and whatnot, okay? So that's a massive tip. A lot of people don't know that. And again, look. Here's my my Rimworld. Where's my time played? 8,444.6 hours. I'm getting close to 9,000 hours. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Alright, so she's cutting the tree. Come on. Okay, now this thing should not be blocked by anything. It is. Cut that. Cut that tree, damn it. Alright, so now that we have some power, we've almost got this done. Actually, I don't know if they can build it. They're not high enough. Construction is not high enough. Well, this is where we can go ahead and fix this problem. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna make 2 of these. And the reason why is I'm gonna set 2 people to crafting. She can't even do it. Dang it. Alright, where's his wife? Or no, that's not the wife. Okay, so... What the hell? Yeah, I'll just make Valerie also do it. Alright, so... Come on now. So once I get the granite stones up, I'm going to have my construction person work until they get up to... I think they got to have a skill of 5 to build that thing. They're at 4. They're close to it. Alright, so now let's go to Bill's. We're going to paste. We got all that going on. And as soon as they wake up, they're going to be making stone blocks like you have never seen. I still can't believe that these dropped. I got 119 gravelite panels dropped to me earlier from a drop pod, which is crazy. Sorry about that. I had to answer. My sister was texting me. Well, she wasn't. She texted me earlier. Okay, she wants me to do something, and I can't do it right now, but I will in a little bit. Alright, so these are the stonecutter tables. If you're super new to the game, they're in production. So you go to production, and then you find somewhere on here wood. Okay, here's a stonecutter. Now, if I right-click it, I can turn it to steel or silver or wooden. But it should say either steel or wooden stonecutter table when you are looking for it. If you don't want steel, and it says steel, you do the hard right-click and you switch it. Now, we're at 100. So I'm making granite. What am I doing? Alright, architect. Let's go ahead and make the granite walls. Well, we might as well go ahead and fill this in. Now, this is my own personal plan for this monolith pyramid, okay? So I know it very well because it's my design. If anybody tells you any different, they're lying. I was doing this the day Odyssey came out. The day. I was like, I can have a starship? I want the Stargate Pyramid. Or it could be a flying ziggurat. It could be a flying monolith. But, you know, I kind of want like the Stargate thing. And I'll show you something really cool. You can paint it gold on the sides. And if I last long enough, I'll show that. And it looks fabulous. Alright, so now I got the nutrient paste. The hoppers are ready to take all this lovely rice. Look at that. The only problem is we need this damn wire fixed. And unfortunately, I have only one constructor. Actually, wait, I have 2. Yeah, I have 2. Wait a minute, she's higher. She's a 9? Okay. So she's the one that made that, because I think you gotta have a 5. Alright, so building walls, whether it's made out of granite, limestone, or whatever, or even wood, is a quick way to get your construction levels up. If you need to construct something and you need to get their skill up, but you can't make granite in your early game, another really good thing to do is make a prison and make it out of wood. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Actually, we're not going to make it out of wood. We're going to make it out of granite. So we're going to, yeah. We're going to come here. I'm going to have to destroy all that, huh? Alright, this is going to be my prison for right now. I'll expand on it later. I always have at least a 2-door setup in the prison. That way, if they break down one, they got to break down the other one. I'll get there in time, hopefully. It gives them something to do with construction. It gives my constructors a way to level up. But let's go ahead and get this nutrient paste dispenser and the freezer unit set up and ready. Yes, build all that crap, because I need the power. No, build that. What are you doing, lady? Oh, she's already went nuts. Okay. We are going to work on that. Alright, I literally need one thing here. No, you're going to get up and change this now. And when you get new people, copy and paste. Always copy and paste. Alright, I want to check something real quick, so I'm going to look at my phone for a moment. I just want to make sure I'm recording properly. Alright, it is, yeah, it looks good. Okay. I was a little worried. And I'm not looking at my YouTube chat, so if there's anybody in here, I doubt there's anybody in here. There's nobody in here right now. So, wait, does this say I have 13 viewers already? I don't know how, but whatever. Yes, 13 watching. Okay, so you are when you have a person that has the passion in construction, you need to get them to construct so that they level it up, because it can really mess you up if they're on like a level 1 construction early in the game, because some of the things like the wind turbine and the nutrient paste dispenser, which is now working, yay, they will absolutely, they're like 4 and 5 construction needed, basically. Alright, let's go ahead and fill up. And fill up. Alright, I'm going to send my dude up here to fill it up because I'm running out of food. But look at all that. That is amazing. Haul some of that. Come on. Alright. So he's asleep, but he's going to wake up and fill that up here in a minute. Here he comes. Ta-da! Okay, he's got a nutrient paste meal, and he's going to come all the way down here and eat it, and he'll be happy. There we go. Yay! So that's what I wanted to show you guys, the nutrient paste dispenser. It takes the less amount of food of anything to create and prepare a meal, but of course you want to make sure in your ideology, let me go to their ideology. I just threw this on there. It says don't mind for eating nutrient paste. This is very important. Okay, so generally people don't like it. If they don't like it, they're going to get a debuff for eating it, but hey, it's food, it'll keep them alive. Even if your ideology and has them not liking it, feed it to them, because it's a cheap, easy meal, and you can worry about other things, but you want them fed. See all these debuffs? There's raw food, which is -7. You'll get rid of that when they, over time, when they're eating the meals. We got darkness, awful barracks still, 8 raw food. So everybody with the 8 raw food, that will stop. It will go away now. So that's a -7 debuff that's going to disappear. This is huge, guys. Please take notes on this. Not enough of these players are using the nutrient paste dispenser. This thing will save your life, man. And again, I'm on the hardest settings of the game. I'm on 500% threat, and losing is fun with Randy. If I can do this, you can do this. Alright, so we've had a couple times where people went crazy, and I'm on day 9. Alright, I got that person join. What's this? Quest of... Oh, the ambush person. Yeah. I don't know. Is there anybody... I don't even really care about... I'm not even going to do that mission. Actually, I'm going to do that mission because I'm going to give you another tip on that mission that I have never... What you're about to hear has never been said by anybody that I am aware of, because I watch everybody. I watch Warren 333. I watch Adam versus Everything. I watch Demons. There's a bunch of different professional Rimworld players that I watch, I've never heard anybody tell you this. So on the ambushed predator mission, or what, not whatever it is, the praetor or whatever. All right, I'm just going to accept it with somebody. You've got 5 hours. 5 hours from the time that the shuttle arrives to pick them up. I've never heard anybody point that out. This is a tip, and I'll tell you why. Let's go ahead and do a research station. I generally put it here. I want you to wake up and do that. Alright, we got a manhunting rat. That's going to be our target. We're going to set him up. Okay, this person is our Imperial. Now, I got the Star Wars theme thing going on. I'm just going to set him to attack. I don't care. But let's look at their bio. Okay, he doesn't have it. But 9 times out of 10, when you get the chased royalty person quest, 9 times out of 10, they are super good at research. What I do is I set them for research only. Go to work, find them. Everything needs to be turned off except for research. Literally everything is turned off. Now this person only has a skill of 1, and I'm going to leave the doctoring on because they're high in doctoring. And you might be thinking, well, why are you doing that? Why they only got a skill of 1? Because I'm going to get 5 hours here in a minute of this person non-stop researching who's not even in my colony, basically. Okay, the rat's being attacked. Where's it at? Oh, I'm just going to walk back here. Yeah, get it. Get the rat, guys. These are droids from a Star Wars mod. So if you're like, what the heck am I looking at? How do I get this stuff in? This is a Star Wars mod. There's a couple of them made by some really awesome modders. So shout out to them. Let's go to speed 3. Now, you have 5 to 6 hours. I say 5 hours, but you can generally pull sometimes 7 or 8 hours. The moment the shuttle lands, you need to look at the time, pause it, notice the shuttle, and memorize it. I don't know why it didn't. It should have already. Okay, the shuttle has landed. We are at 2 in the morning. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 5 hours from now. So I'm going to go to this guy, his schedule, work, which means wake up and look, researching. Now, at 7 in the morning, that is when I want to send them away. Why is this a pro tip? Because sometimes these guys come in and they're at like a 10 or a 12 in research. For 9 times out of 10, they're super high in researching. This guy's only a skill level 1. But guess what? My other people are doing other stuff. He's only going to be here for 5 total hours. And if you wait longer than 5 hours, you risk losing this mission. So let me tell you what happens. If he doesn't get in the shuttle at a certain allotted time, the shuttle leaves without him. He walks off the map. You fail this mission. Even though I've killed the animal, I've rescued him, I fail the mission. Okay? So you got to note. Pause the game and note when the shuttle has landed, what time it is. Look, we're at 6 in the morning. So at 7, I got to send them home. Easiest way to do that is click the shuttle. And the reason this looks that way is it's a Star Wars mod. Where it says auto load, when it hits 7, I'm going to click it. It hits 7, there we go. Now, I know it's not much. He only gave me 7. He was at a research of 1, guys, okay? But generally, these people, the royalty that they send you are really high in researching. And this is it is a really good tip. So, wait no longer than 5 hours and send them out of here. There's no sense in telling them to get in the shuttle right away. You can use him or her for work around your base. I prefer to use them for research. That's just me. If they're really good at construction, have them do that. Alright, I don't care about this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so we still have the nutrient pay. Actually, let me show you another pro tip on the nutrient paste dispenser. I probably need to fill it up first. Let's fill it up really well. And I'm going to show you how to get a whole bunch of meals. Okay, I missed that one. Let's go ahead and do some wildlife. Kill. Kill these rabbits. Some boars, I don't care. Alright. Alright, the next person that comes up here to get a nutrient paste, I'm going to show you this. So you've probably seen pro players with a refrigerator, and they got all kinds of nutrient paste meals, and you're wondering, how the hell do you get that? I'm going to show you. I just need somebody to get hungry. Okay. Yeah, okay. You put it on pause, and when they get the nutrient paste, you draft them. Hit R to draft, then click the mill on the ground, click the mill again to turn it off. It's not allowed now. And then I'm going to spam R by holding it down. Watch what happens. Oh, well, I got to click the person. Okay. She, while holding down R, she's automatically put in and out of draft. So when she's out of draft, she says, I'm hungry. And she hits the button again. She just dropped 10 meals. If I wanted more, there is no more. But if I had more stuff in here, I would turn this off and do it again. And then even though she's over here, when this thing gets filled up, she'd be dropping them over there. All you do is you select your pawn, hold the R button. I'm going to do it again so you can see it, but she's not going to make a bunch of them. You hear that? I'm holding down the R button. That's all I'm doing. Alright, let's go ahead and let her get one. And if you have a refrigerating room, then you would just tell your pawn to pick up the meal and put it in there. This is a good tip. And a lot of people are always asking, oh, how do you do this? How do you do it? Well, that's how you do it. Okay? Let me go ahead and finish this freezer unit. I need to really get this out of the way so that we can show you how to do some stuff. And I know Adam versus Everything and several other people like to do the magic door trick, but it's an exploit. I don't like cheating. I'm sorry, Adam. It's just me. It's my preference, man. I don't like cheating. So I'm not going to use the exploit. So instead what I'm going to do is show you a super easy way to do the same damn thing instead of the magic door. But what I'm going to do makes sense. You go to zone, you go to remove roof area, and you want to find a spot that's like this, where you have a triad of the blocks where you could put, right here, I could put an air conditioner in, have the heat going out here, and the cool air here. So I'm going to click the button on the remove roof area right there. What that does, when they're done building this and this, they're going to close it all up and make it indoors except for that spot. So I want to wait and show you. Okay, I got too many people doing stuff. Let's see here. Now, I don't have much food. 31 and 5 is not much. 5 rice and 31 meat. But in a nutrient dispense, it sure is a lot. It is a lot. Plus, I got the 7 here. Alright, let's go ahead and do furniture. Some people like doing this little small, not that, this is the bookcase, my bad. Where's the small one? The small shelf. I don't like doing it. It just doesn't look right. Okay, so I'm going to store raw food in here. We're going to clear it. We're going to set it to important, not critical. Critical needs to be the hoppers. Critical meat and critical veggies. But important is one lower. See how it's not critical, it's important. Turn all this off. We're going to roll down. This is for your food, okay? This is, take notes. We're going to go down here to raw food. and we're going to click it, and what it does is it turns on all raw food, but there's a problem. If you raise anything that lays eggs, the fertile eggs go in there. So we go to animal products, open it up, find fertile eggs, click it off. Every fertile egg here is now turned off. And believe me, there's a lot of fertile eggs. So problem solved. Now, another thing that I like to do besides the raw food, the normal raw food, let me turn off royal insect meat jelly. We never want that. Royal insect jelly is from a mod, and you do not want to give your pawns that you like the chance to even eat that. In fact, let's go to assign food manage policies. Lavish is what they're set on. Okay, we're going to find it and turn it the hell off. Now they will never eat raw royal insect jelly. They better not, because it turns them into a damn insect, okay? It's a mod. Okay, so anyways, so once you have, let me show you again. Once you have, let's do it again from scratch. Clear all, go to important, raw food, click it. Then you go down here to where it says fertile eggs, not the infertile, fertile. Turn it all off. You're halfway done. You need to then find raw resources, plant matter. I don't know how many times I have never seen professionals do this. This is another good tip. Turn it all on, but turn off dye after it. Now what this does is this means your hops, your psychoid leaves, and your smoke leaf, and if you have mods for other stuff, it'll go in there. These things can be easily destroyed and disintegrate in the heat. So now I'm sending them to a refrigeration unit on important, which means they get saved. Now, there's another thing I wanted to do on here. Oh yeah, hops. Go into the search bar. Not hops, I'm sorry, wort. Put in wort, even if you're not doing alcohol. And now we're going to link it. Now, these two things will now have a set importance for important priority for raw meat, raw vegetables, raw animal products, aside from, I thought I turned that off, aside from a few things like fertile eggs and royal jelly. But it'll also take in your drugs and your alcohol stuff, including the wort, and refrigerated. I can't tell you how many times I have seen professional players making wort to make beer, and they store it in a regular spot, and then it falls apart. Guys, come on. You want that precious alcohol? Get out of there, dog! Bad dog! What the hell? He just got in. Okay. Sometimes you need to put a little bit of effort under people. Fire under their butt to get them to make the stone bricks. You can also go to work and then turn that on again, and then somebody, you know, that she can't do it. Somebody that's not already said if they could do crafting, you just turn it on. Now she does do construction, she does cooking. Let's turn her on cooking, even though I don't have the cooking stuff, and I'll do art too. So she'll choose between art and cooking, and the way this works, if there's something to cook, she will cook before she does art. I always turn on bed rest, warden. If they can handle, turn that on. Doctoring and patient. If you do not have doctoring and patient and bed rest set to 1 on the priorities, no matter if you flip them back and forth or keep them on the whole time, your people will die. They will get hurt. They will not seek medical attention. They won't care. And that noise was a Star Wars mod letting me know that there's some kind of alarm. Something's going on. If you're wondering how I'm doing this so fast, I'm clicking on the tree and then hitting the B button on your keypad. As long as you are clicking on a tree, it'll give you the chop wood for B. So I just hit B for boy. But you can do, look how fast you can do this. The other thing you can do is just go to orders, chop wood, bam. And you will not chop down the spirit tree now, okay? The spirit tree has this setting. Where is it at? Where is it at? There it is, the anime tree. They have a new setting, and I don't know if this is from a mod or what. See, it says preventing cutting. I have to manually turn this off to cut it down. I'll show you what I mean. I'll go to orders. I'll go to cut, and I don't know if this is a mod or if it's in the Odyssey game. So if I select all this, it's going to cut everything, but it will not cut the spirit tree because I have not selected and turned off the prevent cutting. If I do, and then I repeat that, it will cut it. So I'm just letting y'all know. I don't know if that's from a mod though, or if it's new from Odyssey. I'm just being honest. We need to get this done. Come on, guys. This has to get done, guys. I gotta show the air conditioner and the freezing unit, and then I'll be done with this video. And then this video will be complete, and it'll be for the new beginners and returning players. And I think I have enough to get you started. And I am on 500% difficulty, threat difficulty with losing is fun. This is literally set on the hardest setting of the game, okay? So if I can do it, you can do it. And what day are we're kind of late. I think we're on the 12th day. I am running late, okay? Usually I can have the nutrient paste dispenser up and running on like day 3, usually. But I'm explaining things. I want to make sure you understand. You can have, and they'll never complain about only eating rice in meals, okay? You don't have to make the other stuff, but I do have potatoes up here. I have rice here. I don't know why that's sitting there. Hurry up and build so I can show this last tip and then get out of here. All right, you got to fill this thing up. So I will have a ton more food as soon as I get this done because I'm going to start refrigeration. Here's what I want you to pay attention to. She's going to roof all of this, except for this little spot here. So let's turn on the visibility of roofs, which is a button far on the end over here. It looks like a house. You turn it on. And she went to bed. Alright, you can do this. Come on. When she gets in here, I'm going to turn this off so she finishes the job. And you went to bed too. My goodness. I don't want to wait. Come on, get up here. Okay. Finish it, come on. Alright, so it is... Okay, so here's why I'm doing this. It is completely done except for this spot, which means if I point here, you can see in the far left-hand corner, it will still say outdoors, or it'll say not completely roofed in. That's fine. This is what I was talking about earlier, where I said that people are using the magic door exploit. If you don't want to do that, you don't want to cheese it, then do this. So I got to make sure this is turned around. Okay, so if I put a air conditioner right here in this little corner, this block counts as a wall, this one and this one. This air doesn't escape, so the heat will go in here. It's unroofed. There's no roof. But the cold air goes in here and stays in here and can't get out, other than if the door's open. So as soon as I can get somebody over here to do this, I'm going to show you. And again, when making power conduits, use the hidden conduit because it has more strength. It does not hurt the beauty of the room the way a regular power conduit does. And the other major thing is it never short circuits, never catches on fire, never does the little zzz thing where it burns down half your base. Come on, lady. Get this done. Alright, so now I'm doing a lot better. Look at all... Okay, let's go ahead and turn it off. Oh, my Lanta, come on. I'm running out of power. Alright, I need more power in order to show you guys what I'm talking about. This might take too long to clear up. Let's go ahead and just make a production Oh, no, it's under power. What am I doing? Power. Let's make a wood fuel thingy. This is a wood generator. I think I need more steel. Sorry, guys. I appreciate everybody watching, though. I'm trying to just do... This video is only for tips and tricks. I'm trying to make sure that people understand how to play this game. This game is so fun. I love it. I'm also going to be doing some Stellaris tips and tricks pretty soon, and that's going to be fun. You have no idea how many people tell me, I love Stellaris. It looks amazing, but it's so complicated. I can't play it. Yeah, it's very complicated. The best games are complicated. Rimworld is complicated. Like, you know how much stuff you have to learn when you're brand new and you come into Rimworld and you've downloaded all the DLCs and you've gotten a couple of mods? Dude, like, you'll lose your mind. It is complicated. It needs to be complicated. But yeah, a lot of the best games are complicated. Kenshi is a really good survival game. And it's complicated. Rimworld is complicated. Stellaris is complicated. I mean, there's some games that just aren't, you know? Like, everything holds your hand, and quests are highlighted, and whatever. Okay, we got a raid. Our first raid. I'm actually amazed. On the highest threat on day 13, I've never... Usually I'm rated way before day 13, which is... It's kind of weird. Okay, another pro tip. People do this all the time. And I'm going to teach you not to do this. When you see that a raid is coming, hover over it. Don't click it. Don't get rid of it. Why? Because if I click it and get rid of this, like, see this ancient danger? I'm going to get rid of that. Look, it's gone. I cannot click over it again. If a raid comes in and there's 47 different people attacking from all sides, and they're coming into my thing, sometimes you can lose sight of an enemy, and you need to know where the enemy is. So in the middle of the raid, when you've killed half the people, just hover over it. Don't click it. Hover over it. It'll send you a big giant arrow pointing where the guy is. Where's the enemy at? Oh, he's down here. Now, what happens if it was 47 people coming to attack? I've killed 30, and I'm like, wait a minute, where's the other person? And I've already clicked it. Now I have to zoom all the way out and look for the little red dot. You see how hard that is to see? Little red dot. That's hard to see, guys. Okay? It's hard to see. So instead, just hover over it. Don't click it away. Now look, I got an arrow telling me where to go on the map. If I'm up here, look, the arrow's like, hey, enemy's down there. So this is a serious pro tip. I know it sounds stupid. Don't click it. Don't click it until you know everybody's dead. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I didn't want you there. See if you can get 2 shots off. Okay. She can run at 100%. Let's see if we can hit him at least once. God, you suck. Shoot him! Alright, too close for my comfort. Let's get out of here. Where's my base? Oh, shit. You're way over here. Alright. That one girl is useless. Yeah, you're useless. You come down here. Normally on a raid, I would also tell everybody to go indoors and hide. Oh, shit. He's hit her already. Sorry for the language, guys. This is not a kid-friendly video. It's not set as kid-friendly. But I do apologize for my language. I try not to say anything that's even remotely bad, but... Alright, who has the knife? You have the knife. You go ahead and stab this dude in the heart. Go. Alright, you shoot. I didn't want that to happen, and I didn't want that to happen. So when somebody's kidnapped, it actually puts the raider at a handicap. Because now the raider cannot defend himself. I've already shot him. I told you to go stab him. What are you doing, bro? This raider cannot defend himself because he's carrying her. The only bad thing about this is if I let him get off the map. Look, just free stabbings, free stabbings, free stabbings. How did you miss? She missed again. Oh, stat. Okay, that's from an mod. Okay, and the same thing applies here. I can run her back. I'm just going to run her back. She's got a long time to live. Did I set up the? I don't think they built the prison. I'm gonna literally let this guy die, but before I do, let's strip him. No, does oh, he's not wearing anything, maybe? Here, you rescue. Alright, you don't need to kill him. He's gonna die. Okay, when you leave a raider out and they're still alive, very important to strip them. You can get some good stuff off some raiders. Not all, but some. Look at all of that. That's what I'm talking about. And we got the air conditioner done. I don't think the power cords are finished. Wait a minute, that's finished. I don't have enough power, that's the problem. Okay, you prioritize that. And it's very important to also do a medical check on everybody by clicking them, open up their health, and then hitting the period button. This way you're double checking nobody's diseased, nobody has an infection. It's fast. You need to have it in your head that every like 15 minutes do a medical check. I can't tell you how many times I missed an alert and then somebody died and I'm like, they had an infection? So yeah. Now that this person is dead, and I'm hovering over the thing, they're dead or dying. Yeah, they're dead. Now I can click it. You see that? So, serious guys, I know it sounds stupid, but stop clicking that before they are dead and dealt with. I'm telling you, it'll save your life when large raids come in and you can't find somebody, and one guy's up there beating one of your cows, and you're focused down here raiding everybody or killboxing everybody or whatever you're doing, and one guy just slipped up and went for your, your cows or your animals, or somehow somebody left a door open and he came into your base. You just click the thing and it'll tell you where to go. Alright, so I'm almost done with this. I just want to get this running. Here we go. The heat is being pumped out here. This is what I wanted to show you. It says 70 degrees here. Okay? Actually, it says... Wait a minute. Yeah, it's over here. I'm sorry. It's on the far right. Okay, so this is 85 Fahrenheit, which should be the temperature here. But inside... Oh, yeah, I didn't set it yet. My bad. Gotta set it. Let's go down to -2 Fahrenheit. Now I have it on the settings. You can change the settings if you don't know. Options. Gameplay. Was it not gameplay? Was it interface? Yeah, right here. Interface. On settings, interface. Temperature unit. Fahrenheit, or you can change it to Kelvin, Fahrenheit, or Celsius. Alright, I'm just using Fahrenheit, okay? So, what this is going to do is, you can see the temperature's dropping. It's on the far right. It says indoors on the far right of my screen. And now it's at 10 Fahrenheit. It needs to be 30 or less, and it freezes it. So now my meat is frozen. Now I'm going to go crazy with hunting. Even though I have a lot of veggies coming in here soon. We've got a rice field, a potato field, another massive rice field. We've already got some incoming food. Ta-da! And because the hoppers are on critical, they will always try to put it there first. That's very important. See, the hoppers are on storage critical, but my regular shelves are on important. So if they can't put it in the hopper, they will then put it in the shelf. Ta-da! That's how you do a refrigeration unit. And again, I can't say it enough. The nutrient paste dispenser is important. I don't care if you don't like it. It's important. It will save your life. I'd still make it regardless. You can still make a kitchen, a stove, and all that. I would normally do it up here. And have them making regular food and have this just in case. What's the problem? You know? Alright, so let me do one more thing real quick. Okay, oh, and you can put these shelves down in places that will bother your OCD. and they'll still walk through it. So let's make this into meals. Let's clear all. We're going to go full critical on here. Go up to meals. We're going to turn all of them on, but we're going to find packaged meal, packaged survival meal, turn it off. We don't need them. They don't need to be frozen. Then we're going to go down here and make sure that we find baby food, turn it on, and pemmican, turn it on. That still can't. It still is food that needs to be refrigerated, even though pemmican lasts forever. All right, so this is set, and then I'm going to show you the nutrient paste dispenser trick again at its most powerful. Hurry up and build that, lady. The next person that gets a nutrient paste meal, I'm going to show you how I can spam the shit out of... Oh, she's going to do it. All right, so we pause. Once she's got it, we draft. You pause, draft, click the meal, unallow it, and then you unpause, hold down R. Okay, we're going to hold down R. She spammed 10 there. I'm going to turn this one off. Okay. Go back to my pawn. Nope. Okay. That needs to be turned off. Okay, here we go. Okay, whoa. I have it on. It's too fast. Okay. There we go. Alright. So, I got 3 here, 10 here, 1 and 1. I'm going to turn all of them on. Wait a minute, I said turn them all on. And now I'm going to tell her to haul them. Haul. She should get all of them. This is how some of these professional players stockpile the meals, okay? And the other thing I'm going to show you is she can walk through the damn thing. I know it's OCD, it bothers people, but look, she just walked through the damn thing. Uh-oh, what's happening over here? Where'd you come from, bro? Oh, I'm being raided and I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so... Get over here, fight her. No one else is armed, oh no. Wait, where's your weapon at? You lost your weapon? Well, guess what? You're going to be on punching duty then before he kidnaps. Alright, so anyways, the, I don't know what armor... Oh, sheesh. Turn off the beauty thing. I didn't mean to click that. Get your butt over here. Alright, she's going to be kidnapped. I don't care. The point of this was to show you tips and tricks. I was not paying attention, which is a big no-no. But I wanted to make sure you understood how to do this little trick. Because many players, I'm not complaining, many players do the magic door exploit. What they do, if you don't know, is you can build an air conditioner, and where the heat is, you put a door here, but then you have to turn off, you have to turn this off. There's a whole trick to it. Well, I don't have power there. So, I would build the door, and then I need to open the door. So, I make sure that someone opens the door, and as soon as they do that, then I'm building this. And what happens is, it's magical. The heat goes into the door and just gets sucked out into existence, and it doesn't go around anywhere else. Even though it should, even though the door's open, it just doesn't. But it's an exploit. Don't cheat, kids. Alright, so I hope you learned a lot on this. I'm going to go and shut this video off. Even though I'm live, it will replay later on. So if you missed something and you came in late, and it looks like I have 13 people watching, you can still go back to the beginning of this and see everything all over again. I've not been paying attention to the YouTube chat. I apologize. So if anybody's chatting, I apologize. So, yeah, even though this person just got she didn't get kidnapped? That was weird. What even happened? He let go of her? I don't know why he let go of her, but he did. Kind of wish I was paying attention to it. Let's send her over there to tend, just for giggles. So when your pawn is hurt and they're low on life, if they are, well, short on hours to live, if she was like at like 1 hour, I would do this. You draft a pawn and tell them to tend. You generally want to use the best doctor. She's not the best doctor, though. And in that way, this person is getting tended on the spot. The tend quality will be lower. So be ready for that. But it can save a life. Okay? I can't tell you how many times I've seen a pawn at like 1 hour to live, and they're clear across the map, and somebody grabs a pawn right there, and they try to rescue that pawn instead of just tending them. But you want to send your best doctor over there. She's not the best doctor. So anyways, again, this is for tips and tricks for beginners who are coming into Rimworld, and any returning players. I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry if I talked your head off. I have to talk fast in order to explain this. Sorry if I went too fast. If you're watching this from the pre-recorded and not the live stream later in the future, then you can always pause it and replay it and whatever. Okay. So thank you for watching. My gamer tag is Aravox. And thank you for watching. Think about sharing, and subscribing. My account is not new, but I've not been on it much. I'm going to try to be on this more. I'm going to try to bring out more Rimworld and some Stellaris gameplay and tips and tricks for those games on YouTube. Now, I play other games, but Rimworld and Stellaris are some of my favorites. Peace. Take care. Be good. I'll see you later. Thank you for watching. I'm going to end the stream.